What's good, everybody? It's DBrown Shanghai, and today we're gonna be doing none other than a story time video. Yes, I know it's been a while. I know y'all been asking for it, so I decided, you know what? Why not just give it to them? Actually, that's not even what happened. In the video that you'll see probably before this one, I'm talking about NBA celebrations, and I talk about how me and my homeboy was talking. We was reminiscing, and it reminded me of a story that I was gonna tell in the intro to that video. But as I was recording, I realized that story is way too long to be the intro for a video. And y'all been wanting another story time, so I figured, hey, let's just give them one. So without any further ado, let's get into the story. And I went on my Facebook because I remember putting a picture up like a long time ago when this happened. And I remember it was like comments. And I was hoping that it was still there to verify that I'm not lying on this, because I know people like to lie in story times. I've seen it. We all see it. But y'all ain't got to worry about that. Your boy DBrown is not going to lie to you. We keep it truthful over here. So let's get into it. So this is way back in the day. I looked at the Facebook post. It said 2012, 6 years ago. So we used to play basketball at a number of places around the city where I'm from. And one of the places was one of my best friend's house. We were playing his yard because he had a goal, you know. He had like one of the NBA goals with the clear back. Yeah, he had all that. So a bunch of people would come over there. People outside of our immediate friend group would come and we would play or whatever. And it was cool, bro. It was cool. So this one day in particular, this one guy who, you know those people who they think they're way better than they really are, and they manage to convince themselves in their mind that, you know, I'm that nigga, like I'm that guy. But they're nowhere near that good. Well, one of those guys was guarding me, and this guy, his thing was that he called himself James Harden. Yeah. This was early Harden, like Harden. This is early Harden. He used to call himself Harden. He shaved his head into a mohawk. I'm not lying. He shaved his head into a mohawk. He used to do the little Harden 3 thing that, like, when Harden would hit the 3, he'd run down the court holding down the 3. He would do that. This dude he was convinced in his mind that he was the beard. So on the start of the game, I'm guarding him, of course. You know, his teammates give him the ball. He scores 2 times in a row on me, and he talking cash money. After he scored the first one, he was already talking. Then he scored the second one. He thought it was over, bro. Him and his team, they was like, yeah, he can't guard you. Like they were all taunting me, like I was about to get like exposed or something. But weren't we in for a different story? So they finally miss or turn it over or whatever, and my team gets the ball. And instinctively, if somebody's going at me and they talking trash to me, when we get on the other side of the ball, even if it's somebody who's better than me, I can't help it. Sometimes I don't think logically, rationally. Even though this dude wasn't somebody who was better than me, this was like giving me the ball in this situation was the right thing to do. So immediately, you know, give me the ball right now. This nigga talking trash. He's trash. He's talking trash to me. Like, give me the ball and let me handle this. All right. Not to say that I'm some great basketball player. Y'all seen the IRLs. I'm not great. I'm decent. Like, I'm alright at best. I'm alright. So he's talking trash to me. I get the ball. I score. I gotta let him hear it, of course. If you talking shit to me, I'm gonna talk shit back. That's how I like talking trash in basketball. I like to talk trash with people who aren't sensitive, because if I say something that could potentially make you mad, I want to be able to get you out your game. But at the same time, I don't want to have to fight over a game of basketball. So I don't like talking trash to sensitive people. I like when people talk trash to me and I can talk trash back to them, and we can just talk trash and just, you know, competitiveness. That's all it is. So the game goes on. I'm trash talking them. I can't remember everything that I say to him, but I can remember, like, this guy, I used to say some of the same things to him every time we played. So I remember one thing, he was like, supposedly this guy was like older, not even supposedly, I know for a fact, this nigga was older than all of us. So like at this time, 2012, we were probably like 16 or something like that. Supposedly Buddy was like 61, like, you know, senior citizen type junk. He was old, like, you know, no offense. If you come across this video, my nigga, you know, I don't mean nothing by it. You just old as shit, my nigga. It is what it is. So I'm telling them they better get this old man off of me, get this little senior citizen off of me, because I'm about to cook him. I'm talking my trash, and lo and behold, after I scored probably 3, I don't know. I can't remember. This was a long time ago, 6 years. I can't remember the exact happenings. I remember most of it, but after I score a little bit, you could see the frustration. You know, when niggas get frustrated, they start playing that Ron Artest defense. It's like you can't call fouls in street. But, you know, when a nigga follow you, like, bro, like, I'm not going to say you follow me, but I know what kind of hand check is and what kind of hand check is literally you not fast enough to keep up with me, so you're just going to, like, hand check me. Like, you can't guard me, so you're going to foul me. So he starts doing that, but it didn't really work. I'm not weak in the ass. Even as a little nigga, when I was in, like, I guess 10th grade. Even when I was skinny, bro, I wasn't no punk. You wasn't just gonna bully ball me, even as a skinny nigga. And I didn't mention that they didn't get the ball back after they scored their 2 points. I remember that, and I remembered it looking at the Facebook post. Y'all will see. I'm about to bring it up in a second. But they scored their 2 little points, and he talked his trash. Then we got the ball back, and they ain't touch it again. That's just how it went. So eventually he gets mad. He start playing that physical defense, and I'm telling him all the little things I know I need to tell him in order to get in his head. Your jumper broke. Every time you shoot, you're hurting the team. Pass the ball. Every time you pass the ball, I'm like, see, that's the smart thing to do. Y'all might win if you do that. So the play that topped everything off, the play that really sent him into overdrive, was a dunk. We didn't play regulation all the time. Like, we put the goal down on 9 feet or whatever. I can't dunk. I'm only 5'7". I can't dunk regulation. I can grab a rim, but I can't dunk. So we put it on 9 feet, and I can dunk that. So no matter what height the goal is, this is just how I am. I don't care if we playing on regulation. I don't care if we playing on a little Tykes goal. When I dunk, I get hyped. Like, I love dunking. So I dunked, and when I dunk, I stare him down. I don't say nothing because I've been talking trash to him the whole game. Talking trash, telling him how he can't guard me. He can't guard me. And I'm proving it. I'm scoring consistently. And then the littlest nigga on the court, or second littlest nigga on the court, rises up and dunks. I didn't dunk on him. Oh, if I would dunk on him, that nigga would have had to fight me. Oh, God, he would have had to fight me because I don't know what I would have done if I would have dunked on him. But I got past him and I dunked. It wasn't expected. It was just, I got past him from the triple threat, just like a jab step. I like faded in one direction, went the other way, and got a easy dunk. And when that happened, we walked back to the inbound. I'm looking at him the whole way. I didn't say nothing, just looking at him. And after that, I guess in his mind, I don't know, maybe when I dunked, like when I dunked, maybe I extended and I hit him or something. But he was like, "Oh God, bro, oh God, boy, if you slap me again, we gonna fight," or something like that. I'm like, "What? What is? Who slapped you, my nigga? You just got killed. I put your ass on the hibachi grill. Yes, you got flamed, but nobody slapped you. Nobody touched you, my nigga." So the next possession, I get the ball again. I'm triple threatening him again from the perimeter. And he's under me. You know, like when somebody when people were about to play their lock-up defense, they about to do their motherfucking Michael Jordan impersonation. You know how nigga you get real low. They put their arm on you. They put their arm and they get all low like this right here, like they about to fucking rondo you or something. Like in his mind, he had me. I wasn't going nowhere. So I put the ball on the ground and I turn to him and he starts pushing like he's pushing me. I'm like, why are you pushing? Like, stop pushing me, my nigga. So I back up and I go at him almost full speed. I was gonna give him a crossover or something. I don't know. But I go at him full speed and he literally just pushes the shit out of me. Like, oh, we about to fight type shit. Like I literally thought we was about to fight. Like this nigga pushed the shit out of me. Outside, like not a basketball push, none of that, like push. And I go flying into the fucking, this nigga was bigger than me. Like this, I told y'all this nigga was like 62. This nigga went through puberty like 6 times already. He's a little strong nigga, bro. But he pushed me. I go flying into the pole. I destroy my hand. Like it didn't hurt or nothing. It was just like, you know, like this didn't even have to happen. This is unnecessary. We playing basketball. So it was a metal like railing, like fence type. I don't know. It was on my homeboy porch, and it cut my hand all up. I'm about to pull it up right now. So just give me 1 second. So if you take a look at the screen, you'll see my hand. This was the damage after Buddy pushed me into the fence. And we'll read the comments here to give you guys a little bit more information on what happened. So one of my friends who was there at the time said, that happened after I left. I'm like, yeah, I got into it with somebody. No, I said, I got into somebody's head and they got mad, LOL. He said, who? See, I told y'all I'm not lying. And I said, James Harden, LOL. And he was like, LMBO. Because that was a joke. Everybody knew, like, this nigga, he thought he was Harden. Hold on, I need a drink of water. And when you scroll down a little bit, you have somebody asking me, how James Harden did that to you, LOL. And I tell him, he pushed me into the fence thing, which is my best explanation. It's not a fence. It's like a thing, like a pillar on the porch, but it's not a pillar. And it's metal. And it's like, I don't know, man. It's just, you're not supposed to get pushed into it. That's what it is. So he asked me where at. And they both asked me where at. And he's like, by the porch. And I told him it was at B house. And he was like, yeah, on the porch. There's like tragic. And this dude asked me, he was like, what did you say for him to push you? Which is right. Like what kind of crazy stuff was I saying to him to make him mad enough to push me, to physically attempt to harm me, to try to fight me over a basketball game? Y'all see why this is so crazy to me? Like, I've never tried to fight nobody over a basketball game, no matter how much trash they talk to me. But anyway, so I told him I was just trying to get in his head with trash talk, and it worked a little bit too good. And he's like, LOL, so he wanted to fight? I said, yeah, which he did. He wanted to fight after that, but niggas grabbed me, niggas grabbed him. Like, niggas know what's about to happen. They grabbed both of us because that's some shit you fight over. You're not just gonna push me into a railing and I'm gonna continue like, oh, check the ball. No, my nigga, you about to get this work. So he was like, he wanted to fight, and I was like, yeah, I didn't even touch him. And he was like, word, boy, slap me again to see what happened. Which is, see, that's what I told y'all, bro. So he says, LOL. So he wanted to fight, and I tell him, yeah, I didn't even touch him. And he was like, word, boy, slap me again and see what happened. Like, I mean, I didn't slap him, you know? So what's the end of the story? How did the story end? Oh, yeah. So we continued the game, even with my, you know, see, I was reasonable that day. When they pulled us apart, I told them, I was like, yo, forget all that. Let's just finish the game, bro. Let's just finish the game. I think really what it was is I didn't want him to be able to say, oh, y'all didn't win. Y'all ain't win. Like, I wanted him to hold that L. I wanted him to understand, yeah, you pushed me. You fucked my hand up. But here you go. Hold that. That's for you. Personalized, motherfucker. Hold that. That's yours. I think that's what happened. But anyway, we ended up like dapping up and they left like after the game, which they went to another place to play basketball. And it makes sense for us to like, most of the time when people got into it like that, they would usually like, I don't want to say make up, but they would usually just like squash it because it was only a few places to play basketball where I'm from. Like it's like 3 places in town to play basketball and everybody who hoops be at all of those places. So what, you just gonna be mad at me from now on? So now every time you see me any day playing basketball, you gotta act like a little hoe about it. So you dap up, squash it, you know, don't be a bitch. So yeah, man, that's the story. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed telling it. I know it's a dumb story, but that's kind of the point of it. Like why did this have to happen? There's no reason that should be a story in my life that I tell people. But because little dude got butt hurt so much that he decided he had to pull his best WWE impersonation. You know, this is a thing that happened to me. I still got the scar, like a tiny little bit. Like you can't really see it unless you like in person because it has like a little glisten on where the scars were. But yeah. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like and let me know what you like about the story. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about this story? Let me know what y'all think in the comments, bro. This is one of the things that I'm super looking forward to seeing what y'all got to say about it because it's like, what is your perspective on this? I understand how I look at it, you know, from somebody who was in it, but on the outside looking in, like, what does this story look like to other people? So if you want to join the Shenhan fam, be sure to subscribe today. And as always, I am DBrown Shenhan, and man, this video is gonna take a long time to edit. Boy, don't I know how to talk? Jeez, I'm up out of here, man. Y'all have a wonderful weekend.